This week on KCBY, we learn how Valentine's Day is for all kinds of relationships.
We learn how to maintain a healthy heart.
And we take a look into one CHS athlete's journey to a global competition.
Hi, and welcome to our 18th KCBY show for the 2025-2026 school year, Valentine's Edition. I'm Claire Nevels.
And I'm Mitra Balaji. KCBY starts now. According to the American Heart Association, heart disease remains the leading cause of death in the United States.
With February being American Heart Health Month, we focus on the story of one CHS teacher whose heart health became a priority one day 6 years ago.
My wife was pregnant with our second child at the time. I think I'm having a heart attack.
6 years ago, at CHS, Mr. Stansel suffered a heart attack before the school day started. He describes the sharp pain he felt in his chest.
So imagine you have an elephant with spiked underwear sitting on your chest. Mr. Byer just happened to be pulling into the teacher's parking lot.
When I got there, he was laying on the floor.
I never lost consciousness, so I was very aware of what all was going on. He was checking my vitals. He and Mr. Lamb were cutting jokes. Instead of my mind drifting into a really dark place and keeping me focused and everything was really helpful.
He was a patient at that point in time. I checked his pulse. I could tell that he was in a great deal of discomfort. The biggest challenge was ensuring that the fire department knew what was the quickest entrance and exit from that part of the high school.
By the time I got to the hospital, they put the stent in, which then allowed the blood to flow back through my limbs, and I could feel it all coming back. It was a really unique, interesting feeling. What I've taken away, I think, if any, other than changes in my diet, just to live day to day when I'm with my kids, just try to be present and try to be intentional. Look into your family history. Is there any history of cardiovascular disease? That would be my biggest advice.
For KCBY, I'm Kcby Narayanan.
Valentine's Day isn't just for romance. All types of love are being celebrated.
The holiday has evolved to include all kinds of relationships, and CHS is embracing the change. Samantha tells us more.
With Valentine's Day just around the corner, couples all across the nation have begun prepping for this big day. However, this year, over a quarter of Gen Z has reported that they will be spending their Valentine's Day with friends rather than their significant others. Friendship-focused Valentine's parties like Galentine's Day and Palentine's Day have begun growing in popularity due to their increasing social media presence. We spoke to the students and faculty of CHS to get their thoughts on this shift, as well as to hear about their plans for this holiday. What are your plans for Valentine's Day this year?
I'm going out to dinner with my boyfriend.
Sadly, I won't be here for Valentine's Day, me and my girlfriend, but I'll be in Chicago, so hopefully when I come back, we'll be able to hang out.
My plans for Valentine's Day is actually to go hang out with my friends.
Probably hang out with friends, family, just have fun.
Do you think Valentine's Day is only for those who are in romantic relationships?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just about relationships in general.
I don't think it's mainly for romantic relationships. I think it could be for everybody. It depends on how you go about it.
I don't. I think it's a fun time to get to celebrate all the people that you love in your life.
I don't think so. I think it's very stereotypical that a lot of people say oh yeah, you have to be with your girlfriend or boyfriend. I think there's time you can spend with family.
Have you seen an increase in Valentine's parties like Galentine's Day or Palentine's Day?
Yes, most definitely. I have 2 Galentine's parties this year alone.
Sometimes on social media, I can see a lot of people still having fun with their friends and just taking it well.
Oh, absolutely. I think that has been such a fun trend. I feel especially as I've gotten older, later high school, college, post-grad, it's just exponentially gotten more. There's more events going on.
Yeah, a lot. I see a lot on Instagram and posts with friends. I think I've seen an increase a lot.
Whether you're spending this Valentine's Day with friends or a romantic partner, make the most out of this holiday by spending it with the people that you love the most. For KCBY, I'm Samantha Gelman.
Now to the sidekick for the latest from Coppell Student Media.
Thanks, Claire. This week on Coppell Student Media, read Niv Shikramani's story on Spotify's restriction across district devices, learn more about Coppell's UIL District 76A realignment in Raima Wan's story, and check out Hamza Zucker's column on decorum in American politics. Now, back to the studio.
Thanks, you. Now to Spruha with the buzz.
The Super Bowl wrapped up last Sunday, and the Seahawks came out on top after a one-sided, predictable game. But honestly, a lot of people were talking more about the halftime show than the score. Bad Bunny stole the spotlight, bringing his high-energy hits and signature style to one of the biggest stages in the world. Fans everywhere tuned in as the performance hit a streaming rate of over 130 million views. Enthusiasts were posting clips, reactions, and their favorite moments on various social media platforms. Highlights of the show include a detailed list of all countries making up the Americas, a real wedding, and sign with the quote, "The only thing more powerful than hate is love," end quote. The 2026 Winter Olympics kicked off last Friday, February 6th, and there have been some amazing moments. Athletes from around the world competed in skiing, figure skating, and snowboarding, and a few standout performances have started to form, proving once again that the Olympics are all about inspiring moments and unforgettable athletic feats. That's all for this week. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Bruja. Now to sports for all things Coppell Athletics.
Hi, I'm Sophia Garza, and this is CSPN. Heart disease may not seem like an issue for children to worry about, but risk factors can develop during childhood and significantly impact long-term cardiovascular health. To prevent this, many elementary schools, including Town Center, participate in the Kids Heart Challenge to promote healthy habits. Mahir brings us the heart of the story.
The Kids Heart Challenge is a health program promoted in elementary schools to teach children about heart health while also motivating them to stay active and raise funds for heart research. Town Center Elementary coach Ty Hayes gives us his view on the program.
Kid Heart Challenge, for me as an elementary PE teacher, means kids, taking a commitment to helping save lives, just committing to taking care of their heart. Foundation starts at an early age. When you can teach younger kiddos about heart health, it helps build that foundation that they'll hopefully take a lifelong journey with taking care of their heart. So elementary is the perfect place to start.
Lori LaBeouf is a school engagement director with the American Heart Association. She goes to many elementary schools to teach kids about the importance of maintaining a healthy heart at a young age.
Kids Heart Challenge is completing Finn's mission, which is an opportunity for them to learn hands-only CPR as well as how to spot a stroke. And the reason why that is so incredibly important is because we want the kids and the families to know these skills, because right now about 350,000 Americans in the United States actually go into cardiac arrest outside of a hospital setting every single year. And of those 350,000, about 90% will not survive. So one of the initiatives of the American Heart Association is called We're Building a Nation of Lifesavers. And one of the best ways that we can do that and implement it is by teaching that to the students at an early age. And so that's why we really focus on the schools and the students and their families so that they can learn those skills, because you just never know. And by doing that, by teaching, having at least one person in every single household knowing what to do in the event of a cardiac emergency, we can not only double, we can potentially triple the survival rate.
For KCBY, I'm Mihir Gupta.
Michael Phelps dominated the breaststroke at the Olympic level. Gabe Campos dominates here in Coppell, a recent Penn State commit. Gabe has advanced to a higher level in his swim career. Olivia dives headfirst into the work Gabe's up to on his last year as a Cowboy.
Senior Gabe Campos is making waves here at Coppell, where he currently holds school record in both the 100-meter breaststroke and the 200-meter individual. Gabe also earned a silver medal competing for Chile in the 4x100 medley relay. He is now set to take his talents to the collegiate level following his commitment to swim at Penn State University.
So what got me into swimming was initially practicing here at the YMCA when I was about 7 years old. And then as I got older, my dad put me into a club team. Once I reached the national group, which is the highest group you could reach, I went into the current team that I'm in right now.
CHS swim head coach Jonathan Drury goes further into the behind the scenes of training for Division I.
He really enjoyed swimming. Over the course of the week, Gabe will have morning practices with his club. He'll come and swim for me and do some technical sessions. He'll do some weightlifting during school as well. After school, he'll go back to practice again and just keep going at it. With a few people graduating and with him dropping significant amount of time, it's definitely feasible for him to get on the podium.
Gabe sets his sights on a state title as we see him represent the Cowboys one last time before he joins the Nittany Lions.
All the guys are cheering for each other, and you're really more of a team As of instead in club, you're more of just like an individual swimmer. I want to go to Olympics. It's like another 2.5 years. That's my main goal. Being every 4 years, you know, it's kind of, you only have 1 or 2 shots at it.
For KCBY, I'm Olivia Cole.
With love blossoming this time of year, it is important to take care of ourselves and our loved ones in difficult relationships. Domestic violence is an issue that affects millions nationwide, including many in our own communities. Lacrosse player Claire Wenzel is working to prevent this through the domestic violence organization One Love. Liana tells us more.
1 in 3 Texans will experience domestic violence in their lifetime. Sophomore lacrosse player Claire Wenzel decided to take action by becoming an ambassador of the nonprofit One Love.
So my family knew a former player on Capel Lacrosse, Caitlin Rogers, who was in an abusive relationship and died in February 16th, 2022. As an ambassador for One Love, I will teach other people how to spot the signs, how to help others who may be in an unhealthy relationship, and I personally will help people reach out to national providers.
Throughout the process, Claire was supported by her family, friends, and coaches. Emily Duran, Claire's lacrosse coach, shares more about how she got involved.
They have resources for all different things, all different people and stages of life. So coaches looking to get involved and share this message as well can go out on there and just look up what the topics might be that they need.
I feel like everyone can talk to each other now.
Passing of the teammate Caitlin Rogers brought inspiration to the team to raise awareness of this topic.
We wanted to continue to spread her message that her parents are continuing on her legacy through Caitlin Rogers Project.
Since my family knew her so well, I wanted to help bring this kind of thing into lacrosse. It's okay to voice that you're in an unhealthy relationship and that it's not your fault.
For KCBY, I am Purva Soni.
That's all for CSPN. Now back to the studio.
And now we honor our Teacher of the Week.
In recognition of the recent National Counselors Week, we present Miss Ann Sinelli with our special recognition. Miss Sinelli is a KCBY favorite for all she does for us, always available to clarify a story and offer an interview.
That's our show for this week. But before we go, we have a special Valentine's feature for you. Have a wonderful 4-day weekend, CHS.
One thing that made me feel loved today was my friend's smile when they saw my face.
Okay, something that made me feel loved is I went to a Swig and I was trying to buy a drink but forgot my credit card and they gave me the drink for free.
What made me feel loved today is my mom made me breakfast this morning, so they made me really appreciate it.
I felt loved today because my friend Lexi got me a drink to congratulate me for signing day.
Something that made me feel loved today was when my dad bought me a drink from 151. Someone who made me feel loved today was my best friend, Rick.
Something that made me feel loved today was my dad texting me good morning.
I felt loved today when my mom made me breakfast this morning.
Something that made me feel loved today was that my friend invited me to her birthday party.
Something that makes me feel loved today is I'm sitting on the bridge, senior bridge, and as I'm sitting here, students are passing by and stop and give me a hug and tell me good morning. I like working in a place where we love each other and we care about each other. So thank you very much, CHS, for always making me feel loved.
The countdown begins in Tokyo.